I believe that whatever it is that we were called to do, it's already in us. But when we're unaware of that, we can tend to talk ourselves out of it because we haven't seen it manifested yet. And so there are things that will be called out of you, or people will see things in you that you don't see yourself. And so when you're negating it and you're saying, nah, that ain't me. I don't, like when people would tell me that I'm supposed to speak, I was out of agreement with it because apparently they seen or heard something that I wasn't aware of. And so I was I wouldn't agree. And so what I began to do was to rehearse everything. And I mean daily. I would get up and rehearse everything that I believe that God was saying to me concerning the next season of me speaking. And so as I got it down into my spirit, not just necessarily into my mind, because it has to seep deep into your subconscious, then I was able to agree. Oh, yeah, I can say yes to this now, because now I'm starting to realize, like, oh, yeah, that is who I am. I may not be the full maturity of it, but that's who I am. And so in order to become, you first have to believe, but you can't believe if you're believing the lies, the falsehood. Right? So you have to replace the information in your mind. And so I went from believing to behaving, because you can never behave something that you don't believe. If I told you there was $1 million right up the street or at the courthouse that somebody left an inheritance for you that you have no clue of, what would stop you from going to get it? Like lack of belief. Like your behavior is influenced by your belief system. And so for me, I could not become, because my behavior wasn't in alignment, because I didn't believe. And I started to say yes as I started to change my mindset. So when I'm talking about coming into agreement, the thing is, God is already saying yes. He's saying this is who you are, but until you get the right information, then you can line up with that yes, and then you can accelerate. Otherwise, you're going to be in discord because you don't believe.
Right.